That's my first disclaimer, so we will see about that. I did read, back when he first requested I do this, I did read at least a synopsis about what the movie is about, because I'd never heard of it. And it seems interesting. So let's check out this trailer and see if it's a movie that I would go to the movie theater for. Or maybe a movie that I would wait to watch at home. Or maybe a movie that I'm not interested in. So we'll find out. I do like a lot of movies though, so we'll see. It might be right up my alley. All right. Get the basil out of my teeth. Here we go.
The world is in shock as a group of terrorists has taken control of large areas of Syria and Iraq.
The world can be a cruel and dangerous place. Remember, even if you're afraid, be strong. Your loving mother, Fatima.
Did your mother ever tell you the story of the Lady of Heaven? She was very special. Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
My time is near. And after with my lovely Fatima, you will face many trials.
With my father no longer here to lead us.
Before I forget to say it, so I was wrong on the emphasis on where to put on the name. So her name is Fatima, if I'm hearing them pronounce it correctly.
Evil is with those who will extinguish the light of truth.
You're gonna let a woman tell us what to do? We'll burn her out.
God will judge all of you. This world has become a breeding ground of violence. The shadow will be cast across many generations to come.
It said some people are so full of faith. They give strength to everyone around them.
The greatest thing in this life and the hereafter is the spreading of peace in the world.
Lady Fatima's goodness inspired people to stand up, no matter what the cost. Her legacy lives on.
So that does look interesting. It looks like we've got comparison of the old culture and the new culture, religion. It looked like there was some extremist type of stuff in there as well. And I say that because even the kid had a detonator. It looked like a detonator at any rate. So I am interested in it, one, to learn more, but depending on how faithful to the truth it's being, you have to be careful about letting movies be the one to educate you, because it could be that they are giving their spin of things, and so not representing the whole or something like that, or not even being very representative. Case in point, the movie, was it called There Is No God? Let me make sure I'm getting the right movie. The movie I'm thinking of has Kevin Sorbo, who I loved in Hercules, but I do not like him nowadays. He was in a movie called God's Not Dead. And Kevin Sorbo's character, and I don't know if he was putting his spin on it or not, or if he was playing it only as it was written, but his character, the professor, was supposed to be an atheist. But if anybody's ever talked to any atheists, that is not representative of atheists. And so it was as soon as I saw some of that behavior, it was an immediate turnoff of the movie as a whole for me. I did not like the movie. If you want to learn about atheists, talk to an atheist. And I'm not an atheist, I'm agnostic, but I know atheists, and their attitude and philosophy and all that kind of stuff was nothing like what he was portraying. So at any rate, so you have to be careful about learning from movies, but this one seems very interesting. I forgot the name of the movie already. What's the name of the movie? The Lady of Heaven. Make sure the screen is good. Wanted to see if we have a release date for it. And it doesn't look like there's a release date yet, which is smart. They're probably waiting until COVID is over, because since this is an international film, releases around the world are going to play a big role. And a lot of movies have been holding off because they know they'll make more revenue if they wait until it's seen in the movie theaters, rather than doing the HBO Max or the Amazon Prime or Netflix or Hulu release, unless they're specifically for those companies. But even Netflix, I think some of their movies that might have been theirs, they might have released in theaters and then released on their platform. Not all of their movies, of course, but I think some of them they've done that with. So it just depends. But I'd be interested in seeing what they say about if it is including religion, which it looks like it's going to be the Islamic faith. So I'm interested in learning a little bit more about that, or at least what it's portraying. And then I can look up anything that seems kind of odd or weird or doesn't make sense. I do know that Islam is one of the three, I can't say this next word correctly, but Abrahamic, one of the three Abraham religions, which is Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. So those three religions, when you look at the religion as a whole, parallel each other, although you're going to have your differences. But so I'm interested for that reason. I also like old stories, history kind of stuff. I don't like war movies per se, but I like Gladiator. I like Spartacus. I like Greek and Roman mythology, Norse mythology, all these ancient type of things. I like all that kind of stuff. So I would definitely give this movie a try. And if one of my other movies that I know I love or should love or will probably love is not playing at the same time, I would see it in the movie theater. If worse comes to worse and all the movies I want to see come out at the same time, I would probably do this one on DVD. Just because of having to pick and choose. But before COVID, I was going to the movie theater once a week. And sometimes I couldn't get all my movies in. And sometimes I'm like, none of my movies are showing. Let's look and see if anything else looks interesting. And so I've gone to some movies that normally I wouldn't have gone to the movie theater for. Also, I get a feeling the emotional hit more in the movie theater because it's on the big screen. So those desert scenes, the wide shots, I think would be more impressive on the big screen. Okay, so thank you for recommending this movie trailer. I will definitely keep an eye out for this movie, and hopefully, if everybody does their job and gets their vaccine, I can see this before the end of this year, hopefully. So I'm still hoping to have July 4th with my friends. Half of us have already been vaccinated. The other half are planning on getting vaccinated. So hopefully everybody is vaccinated so that I can have a July 4th gathering with them. So I'm crossing my fingers. And I had actually started the July 4th thing before Biden mentioned it. I had a July 4th party in 2019, and 2020 came. We all know what happened, and I didn't get to have my party. And so hopefully I'll get to have it this year. Oh, you brought me the mouse? You ready?